Don't you hate when you think you're gonna sneeze and then you don't? These are my top 10 favorite books. They're in no specific order. And I'm just gonna, you know, briefly tell you what they're about and move on. I'm gonna put my Goodreads account link in the description, so if you want to be friends with me, you can just click on that and, you know, get on with it. Number 1 is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. I first read The Hobbit when I was in 9th grade because it was required reading, and not gonna lie, I was really excited. And all the guys were picking The Hobbit, but I didn't really care because I really wanted to read it. So I was in like a reading group with some guys, and yeah, good times, good times. So The Hobbit is about a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins. He has a quiet life like most hobbits do, and then suddenly this like wizard Gandalf comes out of nowhere with a bunch of dwarves, and he's like, let's go, we're going on an adventure. And Bilbo was like, what? They, you know, go to some crazy mountain and they find a dragon and almost die. Number 2, and again, these are not in any specific order, is Chamber of Secrets. My copy is so torn up. Whole thing can just come out. Chamber of Secrets is about Harry's second year and he fights a snake. I just really like reading about Tom Riddle and Voldemort's, you know, past life, and we do get that in Half-Blood Prince, which is why that's my second favorite book, but I like Chamber of Secrets because it hasn't gotten to the dark part yet. Number 3 is The Book Thief. This one is also a little bit broken. It's about a girl in Nazi Germany. Her family takes in a Jewish man, and she becomes, you know, good friends with him, and it just goes from there. The metaphors in this book are brilliant without being overbearing or like pretentious. The writing, beautiful. Number 4, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I am so into these books. I started reading this series in 6th grade. In 6th grade, I was a little on the gothic side of things. I didn't like to fess up to reading stuff like this. Then the author, Anne Brashers, came to Pittsburgh, where I live, and I was too embarrassed to admit I read the book, so I didn't go see her, and now I regret that forever. It's about 4 girls who are in high school, and they're about to spend their first summer apart, so they buy a pair of jeans at a thrift store, and they magically fit them all, and then they go to different places in the summer, and they're apart, but they send the pants back and forth, and it just, you know, makes their friendship stronger. Next up is Ruby Fruit Jungle by Rita Mae Brown. This book is set in the 60s. It's about a girl named Molly who realizes that she is queer. Let me just say, this book makes me so glad I didn't live in the 60s. It's so powerful and moving. She's not full of herself, she's just really confident. It's so refreshing, and she has all these big dreams. Her parents are like, you're not gonna get anywhere, and then she does. It's very inspiring. Next up is Speak. This is a book by Laurie Haas Anderson. Oh my god, I cannot hold books. It's about a girl named Melinda who suffers assault, goes to a party, and she calls the cops. Everyone hates her, and so she doesn't speak, like, ever again, and it's just so sad. You get to see so much of the narrator's, like, family life and what happened to her and what she goes through. I feel like I am this girl when I read this book. Next is Rainbow Boys by Alex Sanchez. This was the first queer book that I ever read. It will always have a special place in my heart. It's about 3 guys. One of them is very out, the other one is not out at all and doesn't think he's gay, and the other one is like, he thinks he is, but he's kind of confused. It's sort of like a love triangle. If you're looking for a fiction YA queer book, this is the best place to start. Next up is White Oleander by Janet Fitch. White Oleander is pretty much a metaphor for like girl's relationship with her mother. Beautiful but poisonous. The mom goes to jail and the girl ends up going through like endless like foster cares, and she's so young. You feel like you are on this journey with her. There's so much going on at once, but once you get through it, it will change your life. And Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I think all of John's narrators are pretty similar. I think he's more like typical teenage boy, and I really like that. This guy dates 19 girls named Catherine. I actually wrote a song, not about this book, but that references this book called Footnotes. If you haven't read this book and you're wanting to know why, it's because of the footnotes. Just go ahead and read it for the footnotes. Last one is from one of my favorite series, Ursat's Elevator by Lemony Snicket. It is my favorite in the series. It's number 6. Klaus, Sunny, and Violet Baudelaire, they're orphans. In every book they pretty much have disguises, but this one is the most memorable for me. And also, if you can see on the cover, it's like an empty elevator shaft. That freaked me out so much when I was a kid. It was so memorable. I just think the kids grow up so much in this book, and they're so clever. It's a good series to check out. So that's pretty much it. You should share with me your favorite books and tell me if we have any in common. Bye!